Another week has gone by and new discounts have arrived in GTA Online. This weekly update runs from April 17th to April 24th. We didn't get anything spectacular this week, both in terms of money bonuses and discounts, but I tried to pick out the best deals. Not just cars that cost like $2 million, which by the way, there's no shortage this week. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like to help me out and consider joining the family. Let's dive in, boys. As always, let's start with the weekly property discount. This time we've got Motorcycle Club clubhouses with 30% off, which isn't bad at all. If you don't own one yet, the location doesn't really matter because you'll rarely use it. It's mainly there to let you buy other MC businesses and you'll barely touch it after that. But if you do want a better location, you can go for one closer to the city center. Especially if you're thinking about making money, since with the custom bike shop upgrade you can, so take advantage of that discount as well. And if you already have one and for some reason want to change the location, now is probably the best time since it won't cost you that much. Now inside your clubhouse, as you can see here, you can buy a lot of properties. I won't go too deep into this in this video, but as you can also see, the green farms are on sale with an insane 50% discount. So if you don't have one yet, now is your chance. It might not be the best money making method in the game, but it's useful for the nightclub, and at 50% off, you really can't go wrong. Besides being cheaper this week, they are also paying out not double money, but triple money. On top of that, they also had double production speed, which is even better. This is an absolutely massive boost for the green farms this week in GTA Online, and it's definitely worth it. Another thing to keep in mind is that the organic produce from the nightclub is also paying triple money and double speed, so if you don't have a staff member assigned to that, it's definitely worth doing. But there's still one more little thing that will help you even more. This week, the street dealers are paying double money, and for those who don't know, every 24 real life hours, 3 dealers spawn randomly on the map. Kinda like the gun van, you just go to them and sell your products. The way this works is that they'll pay you about the same as the regular sell missions from your businesses, but one of the products per dealer will be marked as a premium product, meaning they'll pay double the usual price for it. However, since this week they're paying double money and RP overall, this can be extremely profitable, especially on the premium product, which makes it basically 4 times money. Now you think, if they pay double on premium plus double overall this week, plus triple on the green farms, that's insane. But no, the triple money on the green stuff only applies to the regular sell missions from the business itself, not the street dealers. So my recommendation is, if the premium products is green stuff, then it's totally worth selling to the dealers. It's essentially 4 times money, but if it's not on the premium, then it will only be double money, which doesn't really make sense because selling from the business directly gives you triple money. That said, if you just don't have the patience for the MC sell missions, like me, then just go ahead and sell everything to the dealers anyway. And remember, this applies only to the green stuff. Since the other products aren't getting any bonuses this week, it's way more worth to sell them to the dealers instead of doing the full sell missions. I hope I explained that clearly and you got the idea. To find the dealer locations, I recommend using gtaweb.eu. You'll find all the updated locations there, not just for dealers, but also for the gun van and a lot more. And speaking of the gun van, the next item on our shopping list this week is the tactical SMG, which is available there with a 40% discount. This weapon is honestly really solid. It got a decent rate of fire, nothing too crazy compared to other one-hand weapons, but still good. I personally think it looks really nice, and it can be equipped with a suppressor, scope, and extended clip, and that's pretty much it. The rest are just standard tint. The extended clip is great, giving you a 60-round magazine, which is actually really good, especially considering other similar weapons like the micro SMG, which only have 30. Overall, it's a bit on the expensive side, $325,000 without the discount, but with this week's 40% off, it comes down to $195,000, which isn't bad at all. It's really good for close to mid-range combat. For super close quarters, there are better options, but it still holds up. For long range though, I wouldn't recommend it since it starts to spread a lot. Only good if you tap it. All in all, it's a really solid purchase, and if you don't have it yet, you should definitely consider picking it up. And if you're wondering what's in the gun van this week, for weapons we got the L Strickler Tactical SMG, Service Carbine, Battle Rifle, Compact Grenade Launcher, Pump Shotgun and Pool Q, and for throwables we've got the Proximity Mines, Pipe Bombs, and tear gas, and of course all the body armors as usual. Now moving on to vehicles this week, starting with the classy Drogger, which you can find on Southern San Andreas under the off-road category, right at the top of the page. Normally it will cost you $1.9 or $1.4 million with the trade price, but this week is going for just $1.3 million or just under $1 million with the trade price. Starting with the customization, this thing actually has a lot of options. There are some pretty cool modifications and really clean liveries. As for performance, it's honestly amazing. The handling is incredible, both on regular roads and off-road. The speed is really solid for a vehicle like this, and it's just a blast to drive. I actually think it might be the best and fastest off-roader in the entire game. You can do pretty much anything with it, turns, jumps, climbs, it handles it like a champ. I definitely think you should consider picking one up. It's tons of fun. Now moving on to motorcycles, we've got the Shotaro coming in at $1.5 million this week. Now if you're on old gen, this is actually one of the best and fastest bikes in the entire game. But if you are on new gen, I honestly wouldn't recommend buying it right now, since the Hakuchu drag absolutely destroys it with the HSW upgrade. There's not too much you can customize, just the usual performance upgrades and changing the colors of the lights, which is kinda sad, but also kinda expected, I guess. It handles really well. As you can see, I can move around freely and it stays super responsive. It's definitely not slow, don't get me wrong. I did mention the Hakuchu drag, but this one isn't bad at all. Honestly, I even think it might be better overall in terms of handling and feel, just not in terms of speed. The price though isn't very appealing, especially when you compare it to the Hakuchu, which you can get for just under $1 million. Of course, you'll need to invest in the HSW upgrades, but even then, I think it's 100% worth it. Overall, I say if you're on old gen, this bike is worth it, but if you're on new gen, the Hakuchu drag is just a much better purchase, even without the discount. It's faster and way better for doing time trials, especially the HSW time trial. Now let's move on to honorable mentions this week, starting with the LS Car Meet prize ride. This week we've got the Pegassi Osiris, which you can win by placing top 3 for 3 days in a row in any LS Car Meet race. This car is actually really good, amazing acceleration, good top speed, and just a really fun vehicle overall. You should definitely try and win it this week in GTA 5 Online. Moving on to test track vehicles this week, we've got 3 different motorcycles. Yep, that's a lot of bikes this week. And they are all pretty solid, especially for the price. None of them go over $100,000, which is great. As you can see, the Western Zombie Bobber for $99,000, the Dink Enduro for $48,000, and the Shih Tzu Hakuchu just for $82,000. And don't confuse it with the Hakuchu drag, they're not the same thing. At these prices, even if you don't end up liking them, you're not losing much. So if you like the look, go for it. And of course, you can test them here as well. So it's up to you to decide if they're worth it or not. Over at Legendary Motorsports, I wouldn't say any of them are necessary or especially worth it, but if there's one you really like, go for it and take advantage of the discount. And that is it for this week. A kinda bad, but at the same time good money bonus, I guess. Not the most amazing discounts, but they're not terrible either. And overall, in my opinion, a mid-weekly update. Let me know in the comments what you think and what you're planning to buy or invest in this week in GTA 5 Online. Thank you so much for watching until the end. If you enjoyed it, leave a like and consider subscribing to the channel so you don't miss this weekly series of videos that drops every single week. Thank you so much again, and I'll see you in the next one.